Imagine a life-changing injury. Imagine the fear and unknown. The Hughston Clinic Sports Medicine Team, the only physicians in the area with advanced certification in orthopedic sports medicine, treats sports injuries with innovative techniques. The Hughston Clinic has helped nearly 1 million athletes live without pain. Imagine getting back in the game. Imagine the best game of your life. The Hughston Clinic Sports Medicine Team.
Welcome to Chamber Talk. We got another great show for you today. I have the pleasure of being here with Dr. Heath Richter at Hughston Clinic, and I've had Dr. Richter on the show. Dr. Richter, first, thank you for joining me today and taking some time out of your busy schedule. I know when I came in, you guys have a lot of folks waiting to get in and a lot of folks to see, so it seems like business is pretty good.
Yes, we're doing well, and it's a good problem to have, I guess, and certainly we don't want to have people waiting any longer than they have to be, but it's definitely busy.
And so we're taking your lunchtime today to do this. So we do want to make sure folks are being seen. Hughston Clinic, certainly not a new name. I think people are familiar with Hughston Clinic. Some folks may not be aware of Hughston Clinic, but you guys have recently partnered with them. And I think this brings a lot of new possibilities to the type of services that you're providing here in Dublin and Lawrence County. And so we want to talk to you today a little bit about that, and we want to make sure we share with our viewers that you, along with Dr. Gay, are the same doctors in the same building, performing the same procedures, just some new possibilities maybe that may be added in with this new name change.
That's right, and that's been obviously a primary question that we've had for us is what's the difference, and are we going to be taking people to Columbus to operate and things like that, and we kind of want to just clear up that that's not the plan. Our plan is to be the same as we were before. Essentially, we've changed our name, and that brings with us the power of the Hughston Clinic, and for us, for our employees, and allowed us to be able to provide them with good benefits and some things along those lines. But for us, we're still your local doctors. Dr. Gay and I are both still living here in Dublin and have no plans to not do that. And we're still operating at the hospital here in town. Proud to be doing that. And we're still providing local care. You'll still see me on the sidelines of football games and still see both of us heavily involved in the community as we feel like that's an important part. So I know there's been a lot of fear from the patients and a lot of concerns just because we have to send out paperwork. Obviously, it says we're changing the name. You may see some different things from insurance and those types of things, and so we want to just kind of make sure everybody knew that, yeah, we're the same guys, and essentially our practice should continue to be the same as far as the patient experience is concerned.
So absolutely, again, to reiterate that you guys are still here, same services being provided, a different name.
That's right.
But with that Hughston Clinic name, you mentioned, and you went super fast there. I want to go back up to some of that for a minute. So some of the things that may be actually really good with this name change here is the opportunity for you to employ people and maybe to offer benefits that maybe you couldn't do as much before.
That's right. For smaller offices that don't have a certain number of employees, it's very difficult to provide benefits, insurance benefits, and 401k and some of those types of things. And our employees had that when we were through HCA, and we wanted to make sure as we move forward that they didn't lose those benefits. And Hughston Clinic obviously has fantastic benefits given that it's a much bigger organization, and just they produce with them an ability for us to be involved better with insurance and to negotiate better with insurance companies and those types of things, which gives us an ability to be on more insurance plans and to be able to run our office a little more efficiently so that we can help more people. And that's the goal for what we do, is to be able to provide that service. And again, for our employees, it was key for us as we were moving forward that we didn't want them to lose some of the benefits that they had working with us before. And obviously, Hughston has a fantastic benefits package, and we're able to provide them with insurance and able to provide them with 401ks and some of those things that just aren't available in some of the smaller offices. If it's just the two of us working on our own, that's just not something that we can afford to do.
And I think that's great for Lawrence County, especially the way the medical community here continues to grow. It's very important that we can bring people in and offer good benefits to them. That makes us certainly more attractive for people to come here. So that kind of covers the employee side. But again, for our patients and folks that are current patients or that have seen you before. We want to make sure that they know absolutely 100% when they come here, they're still going to see you or Dr. Gay. You're not sending them off somewhere else to another hospital. All of the procedures and everything that you're doing are still performed here.
That's right. The things that we've done before will still be performed here. Obviously, there's some things that we can't handle that will still be referred out, but the things that we were doing, we still will continue to do. And then the benefit for the patients is that, I mean, this is what these guys do. Hughston Clinic has been around for a long time, and they're experts at orthopedics. And so their systems and their computer systems and the things that they have access to and that we now have access to and availability for us, it's been a great experience. We're proud to be a part of those guys, and proud that they wanted to expand into Dublin. I think this is a great thing for Dublin, and it'll offer them all the benefits of the Hughston Clinic, and yet still keep us as local doctors and still get the benefits of that. So it's kind of best of both worlds.
Right. Dr. Richter, thank you again for taking time out today. We're going to take a quick commercial break, and then we're going to come back and continue our conversation.
Thank you.
Hi, I'm Chuck Harwell from Community Bank, and I would like to remind you that we're here to help you with all your financial needs. We can help you with loans for almost everything from getting married, buying your first car, getting ready for a new baby, buying a house, or going to college. You see, we're the bank that lives up to our name, Community Bank of Dublin-Lawrence County. We're Community Bank of Dublin-Lawrence County, where common sense banking never goes out of style.
Imagine a life-changing injury. Imagine the fear and unknown. The Hughston Clinic Sports Medicine Team, the only physicians in the area with advanced certification in orthopedic sports medicine, treats sports injuries with innovative techniques. The Hughston Clinic has helped nearly 1 million athletes live without pain. Imagine getting back in the game. Imagine the best game of your life. The Hughston Clinic Sports Medicine Team.
Welcome back to the show. I want to continue our conversation today with Dr. Heath Richter, and you're fun to interview. It's a lot of fun. I get to talk to Heath. That's just a good thing. So, Dr. Richter, you guys, like I said, you've been here for quite a while. You're involved in the community here, and you perform a lot of different services here at Hughston Clinic. Talk to our viewers a little bit about some of the things that, just in case there's someone watching the show, maybe they've not been to you before, what are the different types of ailments that you guys treat here? Sure.
Yeah, I think I'm working on my 9th year here, so we've been in Dublin, I think, for 9 years now, and been great to us, been great to my family. But yeah, there's 2 of us here, 3 of us, myself and Dr. Gay, and then Dr. Peters. Dr. Gay is concentrates on mainly hip and knee and joint replacements. So he's specialty trained in joint replacements, and that's sort of where he concentrates his practice. And then I tend to concentrate more in sports, and it's just what's always been a passion of mine, something I've always enjoyed, and that's most of what I do. So if I see patients that have arthritic conditions and need knee replacements, then I'm going to send them over to see Dr. Gay, and vice versa if he sees patients that have rotator cuff tears. So when I say sports, it'll involve things not just for younger people, but for older patients as well. We do quite a bit of rotator cuff surgery, labral or instability surgery for kids, ACLs, knee scopes, those types of things. And then we do a lot of sort of basic orthopedic things like carpal tunnels and trigger fingers. And then certainly some of the trauma that occurs with HCA now being a level 3 trauma center, a lot of hip fractures that have come in as part of that, and we take care of those. A lot of ankle fractures, a lot of wrist fractures, and we take care of those things. And so Dr. Gay and I both take care of those, as well as Dr. Peters, and that's just, that's just taking care of the community for us.
And does this joint or being a part of Hughston Clinic now, does it even open up the door even maybe more for other doctors that do the things that you do and I don't know if you might see an injury or a way to repair or do a surgery that maybe you may talk to or reach out to another doctor in this network or something?
Certainly it does, and it's interesting because I've got some friends of mine that I went to med school with that are actually part of Hughston Clinic as well. So I've been talking to Dr. Collins down in Valdosta, and we talked to a couple of guys in Columbus, and if there are issues that we can address, then certainly it opens up that network for those referrals to occur and be able to take care of some things that we can't take care of here.
That's fantastic to have that wide range and network there. So we talked a little bit about sports injuries, and I want to make sure that we let folks know again that you guys are here, you're staying here, you've had a name change, but even with that name change, Hughston Clinic has in a big way has already been involved and engaged in Lawrence County. You guys are on the sidelines at football games, sponsoring events at the chamber. I was actually talking with Brad Lofton today, and you mentioned rotator cuff. I think he's coming to see you guys for some surgery. But you're definitely involved in the community.
Yes, sir, and that's a huge part of us. You know, Dublin's a small community. We have a great medical community here, but it really is a small town, small community, and that's what drew me to Dublin. And that's for me, it's kind of one of those things. I enjoy going out and seeing my patients when I'm around town. I enjoy going out and to eat and having folks come by and say, hey, look at my arm, you know, it's doing better, and those types of things. For me, that's just something I enjoy doing, and I enjoy being a part of the community. And I live here, my kids are growing up here, and so we want Dublin to be the best Dublin that it can be. And so from our standpoint, yes, we're on the sidelines. So we got Dr. Gay, who graduated from East Lawrence, so he's out there quite a bit, and then myself and Bass Therapy are covering out there as well. And then we've got, my kids are at Trinity, so we're out there, obviously. One of my PAs graduated from West Lawrence, so she's out there quite a bit. One of my other PAs is from Johnson County, so we've got her covering some Johnson County games this year. And so and then Dublin as well. So, you know, I'm at Dublin pretty regularly. And so we've got sort of ties to all of those places, and we've been covering since I got here, and with the help of the therapy group with Bass, been able to provide somebody on the sidelines of all those football games, both home and away. And so for me, I try to just split up and be, at each of those places, and so that I'm somewhere every Friday night, and it's usually somewhere different every Friday night. But that's a passion of mine. I enjoy sports. I enjoy the kids. I enjoy watching these kids grow up as they play ball, and we've enjoyed being on the sidelines and being able to see some of the things that have happened here in town, and continue to look forward to that.
So we certainly want to make sure that we're letting you know nothing is going to change as far as Dr. Richter, Dr. Gay's involvement in this community, as far as the practice being involved with the name Hughston Clinic now. You can know that you will see and hear Hughston Clinic's name probably a lot more throughout the community in the coming days.
Yeah, I think, and honestly, I think Hughston's been very involved, and maybe more so involved than as far as for support and sponsorships than we were before. So I think that's going to only be good.
I think we're looking forward to that as well. Dr. Richter, before we take our next commercial break, if you would, is there anything that is new that's going on as far as treatments or anything that you guys are seeing, whether even maybe if it's technology or but something new that you guys have seen?
Well, there's several different things we're kind of looking at, as far as for things that we'll be able to do that we weren't able to do before. We're looking to bring an ultrasound machine into our office. That'll help for ultrasound-guided injections for difficult-to-reach places. And we have a lot of patients that come in that have shoulder arthritis, and it's a little difficult to get into the shoulder blindly, and so an ultrasound machine can sort of verify that you're in the right place. Dr. Gay does quite a bit of hip injections for arthritis, and an ultrasound machine will help you verify you're in the right place for those, and can really make those be a procedure that's works substantially better for the patient. So that's just one of the things that we're looking at, and we're going to bring in some EMGs into the office hopefully, and be doing some of those here. So I think all these are sort of things that we look at. Obviously, we've got DME here in the office, which is durable medical equipment, which is bracing and things like that in the office. So if people come in, we can get them in a brace today and not have to send out to do a lot of that stuff. And so I think all those are just benefits of having that name and that power behind us.
So that's fantastic, again, to hear. Hughston Clinic investing in the office and the practice, offering maybe incentives and things for employees that maybe we couldn't offer before, and then certainly involvement in your community. We're going to take one more short commercial break, and we'll be right back.
Imagine a life-changing injury. Imagine the fear and unknown. The Hughston Clinic Sports Medicine Team, the only physicians in the area with advanced certification in orthopedic sports medicine, treats sports injuries with innovative techniques. The Hughston Clinic has helped nearly 1 million athletes live without pain. Imagine getting back in the game. Imagine the best game of your life. The Hughston Clinic Sports Medicine Team.
You wouldn't buy a gallon of milk and immediately pour 70% of it out, would you? Then why would you do that with power for your home? 70% of electricity is lost on the way to your house, making it only 30% efficient. But natural gas is 92% efficient. Electricity is good to power your lights and electronics, but using natural gas for certain appliances is the most cost-effective, energy-efficient, and environmentally friendly mix for your home. Use it, don't lose it. Choose the right energy mix. Choose natural gas.
Call the City of Dublin Natural Gas today. 0% financing and we'll just add it to your bill. The City of Dublin Natural Gas, the smart choice.
Welcome back to Chamber Talk. Again, really enjoyed a great conversation today with Dr. Heath Richter here at the Hughston Clinic. And not to keep saying and going back and back, but I do want to make sure folks know we really appreciate you guys and your support of the Chamber. We have a big industry appreciation golf tournament every year. You guys came in this year as the Hughston Clinic. You co-sponsored that with Fairview Park Hospital, and we appreciate that involvement with the Chamber, and you guys have always been great partners with us, again, with the Chamber and the community. Why do you feel that's important? Why do you guys like to do that?
Yeah, that was one of the first things that Hughston did when they came on board was they wanted to be a part of that. We just, the Chamber's responsible for the success of Dublin, we feel, and we feel like the local businesses are really what drives this, and so we're proud to be part of that. And I can't stress enough that, that's when I came here to Dublin, and part of the reason that I recruited Dr. Gay as well is because of the local ties and the fact that when I came here, I wanted this to be a place to raise my kids and retire. I did not want this to be I'm going to be here for a couple of years and be gone. And so our commitment is to the community and to help grow the community. And so the Chamber is a big part of that. We feel like the Chamber does a really good job of pushing the businesses in Dublin and of making Dublin better, and that's we're just proud to be a part of that. So Hughston felt it was very important to come in with a strong presence and let everybody know here that it wasn't going to be we're trying to pull business out of town, that they were coming in and that we're becoming a part of them, and that it's their intention to be the Hughston Clinic in Dublin, and that they want to be committed to Dublin, and we want to be committed to doing the things that we've been doing still.
And again, we couldn't do what we do without folks like you and your support. You guys actually, I think, it's funny, I preached a sermon this past Sunday on second mile service, but it's going that extra mile. And you guys certainly are reflect that in the community. You don't just have a business here and see people, but again, you're out in the community, you're on the sidelines, you're involved with the Chamber and whatever you can do to grow this community, which kind of leads me to my next thing I want to talk about with you. It comes across really clear, really fast when I talk to you about what you do, and you're very passionate about your work here. Just share with me real briefly, if you could, what it is you enjoy most about coming to work each day.
That's the patients. We do what we do for our patients, and feel strongly that God's given us the ability to do this, and the glory goes to Him for that, and we just want to pass that along and be able to take care of people, and that's for me, that's what it's all about. The patients. It's all about being able to get people better and be able to restore people. And that's just, that's why I do what I do. My passion for orthopedics started when I was a young child, and it was over a restoration of myself. And I decided at that point that I wanted to be able to do that for other people. And I think that's in myself and Dr. Gay both, and Dr. Peters. We do what we do to get people better. So, I got somebody who comes in here, a kid who, and for me, obviously a lot of that involves around the sports and the high schools and stuff. So, we got a kid that's got an injury and he can't play ball. And, I watch these kids get so emotional about these things, and to be able to restore them and give them the ability to do that again. Again, just thanks to the good Lord for giving me the ability to do what I do. And we just want to pass that along and give glory to Him.
And I think it's so important that folks, I'm sure when they come to see you, they feel comfortable with you. You guys are very personable, and again, you do take this personally. It's not just a job that you come to do, but you're passionate about what you do, and we appreciate that.
Oh yeah, we joke around. We spend more time here just about than I do at home sometimes. So my wife jokes and says my nurse is my work wife. So she tells my nurse that she's got me from 8 to 5. It is a job, and certainly that's something we have to do, but. If you're not enjoying what you're doing, it just really, I love what I do. I believe that without a doubt that the good Lord intended me to do what I'm doing, and I enjoy what I do for a living. I enjoy taking care of kids. I enjoy people I work with. I enjoy the hospital and the operating room, and I enjoy being on the sidelines of those football games. And I'm always happy to see football season come. Usually pretty happy to see it go too, because it's busy. But I know my wife's usually happy to see it go because she gets Friday nights back. But we enjoy taking care of the kids. And man, it's pretty neat for me to see. I got some kids that I've taken care of in games that are working in various different jobs around town. I got some kids that I've taken care of in games that are nursing or in nursing school now, and it's just amazing to me to see that sort of cycle go through the community and be able to pour into kids and to see that come back around to the community, and I just enjoy it.
Dr. Richter, if you would, let's wrap this up and one quick commercial for Hughston Clinic. Again, just to say you're here and you're providing quality health care services for the folks in Dublin and Lawrence County.
Well, yeah, I think again, just we're happy and once again proud to be a part of the community, and we thank everybody in Dublin and Lawrence County for supporting us, because we've had great support from the community over the 9 years that I've been here, and unfortunately that means a full waiting room and some waiting times sometimes, and we try to keep those down as much as we can. But we appreciate the community, we appreciate them allowing us to be a part of it. We love Dublin. We love having our kids grow up here, and we just want to point out that we're still here. We're still the same guys. We just got a different name and got a little bit more support behind us. And so we say thanks to the Hughston Clinic, and please continue to support us.
Dr. Richter, we appreciate you and the folks at the Hughston Clinic making it a great day for business in Dublin and Lawrence County.